In the turbulent seas of life, we often find ourselves tossed about by circumstances beyond our control. Yet, there exists an ancient philosophy that offers a sturdy vessel to navigate these waters. Stoicism. This timeless wisdom, born in the streets of Athens and refined in the halls of Rome, provides a framework for living that is as relevant today as it was 2 millennia ago. As we embark on this journey together, we'll explore 10 pivotal decisions rooted in Stoic philosophy. These are not mere choices, but transformative commitments that have the power to reshape our perception of the world and our place within it. They are beacons of clarity in the fog of modern existence, guiding us towards a life of virtue, resilience, and inner peace. The Stoics believed that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external circumstances, but from our own thoughts and actions. As Epictetus, a former slave turned influential Stoic teacher, wisely noted, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective forms the bedrock of the decisions we'll examine. These Stoic choices are not always easy. They demand self-reflection, discipline, and a willingness to challenge our ingrained habits of thought. But for those who embrace them, they offer a path to a life of profound meaning and unwavering tranquility, even in the face of adversity. As we delve into these life-changing decisions, remember that Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or adopting a cold, detached outlook. Rather, it's about cultivating a resilient mindset, honing our judgment, and focusing our energy on what truly matters. It's a philosophy of action, urging us to engage fully with life while maintaining our inner equilibrium. Are you ready to explore these transformative Stoic decisions, to challenge your assumptions and perhaps discover a new way of approaching life's challenges? Then let us begin this odyssey of mind and spirit, guided by the wisdom of the ancient Stoics and the insights of modern thinkers who have built upon their enduring legacy.
Welcome to Best Stoic Life Lessons, a channel dedicated to exploring the practical wisdom of Stoicism in our modern world. Each week, we delve into Stoic principles, offering insights to help you navigate life's challenges with resilience and purpose. We blend philosophical discussions with practical exercises and real-life examples, making ancient wisdom accessible and relevant. Whether you're new to Stoicism or a seasoned practitioner, our content aims to inspire personal growth and foster a community of like-minded individuals. Join us on this journey of self-discovery. Subscribe, engage in the comments, and share your experiences. Together, we'll explore how Stoic principles can lead to a more fulfilling life. Are you ready to embrace the transformative power of Stoic wisdom? Let's begin this rewarding journey together. I have a question for you to contemplate throughout this journey. What aspect of your life do you find most challenging to control, and how might adopting a Stoic perspective help you address this challenge? Keep this question in mind as we journey through the 10 Stoic decisions. You may find the best answer to this question. Here are the 10 Stoic decisions that will completely change your life. Each of these choices represents a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, offering a path to greater self-mastery, inner peace, and a life lived in accordance with virtue. Number 1, the decision to focus on what you can control. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a fundamental distinction, the recognition of what is within our control and what is not. This decision to focus our energy and attention solely on what we can influence is perhaps the most transformative Stoic principle. Epictetus, in his Enchiridion, famously wrote, "Some things are in our control and others not. Things in our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and, in one word, whatever are not our own actions." By making the conscious choice to direct our efforts towards what we can control, our thoughts, judgments, and actions, we free ourselves from the futile struggle against external circumstances. This shift in perspective can be profoundly liberating, allowing us to find peace and purpose even in the face of adversity. Consider the modern workplace, often a source of stress and frustration. We cannot control our colleagues' behavior, our boss's decisions, or economic fluctuations that might affect our job security. However, we can control our own work ethic, our response to challenges, and our commitment to personal and professional growth. By embracing this Stoic decision, we learn to let go of anxieties about things beyond our influence and channel our energy into meaningful action. This doesn't mean we become passive in the face of injustice or hardship, but rather that we approach such situations with clarity and purpose, focusing on how we can respond virtuously and effectively.
Number 2, the decision to cultivate virtue as the highest good. The Stoics believed that living a life of virtue was the key to eudaimonia, or true happiness and flourishing. They identified 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control, or temperance. Making the decision to prioritize these virtues above all else, including wealth, status, or pleasure, is a transformative act. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, reminded himself daily of the importance of virtue. Just that you do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter. This commitment to right action, regardless of the consequences, forms the ethical core of Stoicism. By deciding to cultivate virtue as our highest aim, we establish a clear and unwavering standard for our decisions and actions. This choice provides a robust framework for navigating life's complexities and challenges. In practice, this might mean choosing honesty even when a lie would be more convenient, standing up for what's right even when it's unpopular, or showing compassion to those who have wronged us. It's about developing the wisdom to discern the right course of action, the courage to pursue it, the justice to treat others fairly, and the self-control to resist temptations that would lead us astray. This decision doesn't guarantee an easy life, but it does promise a life of integrity, purpose, and inner peace. As Seneca wisely noted, a happy life is a life in harmony with its own nature. Number 3, the decision to practice negative visualization. One of the most powerful yet counterintuitive Stoic practices is that of negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils. This involves regularly contemplating potential hardships, losses, and even our own mortality. At first glance, this might seem like a recipe for anxiety and pessimism. However, the Stoics understood that this practice serves several vital purposes. First, it helps us prepare mentally for challenges, making us more resilient when they actually occur. Second, it fosters gratitude by reminding us of the impermanence of what we have. Seneca advocated for this practice, saying, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." By deciding to incorporate negative visualization into our daily lives, we cultivate a mindset of preparedness and appreciation. Imagine, for a moment, losing your job, your home, or a loved one. While these thoughts may be uncomfortable, they can also inspire us to value what we have more deeply, to express our love and appreciation more freely, and to live each day with greater intentionality. Moreover, this practice can help us overcome the hedonic treadmill, the tendency to quickly return to a baseline level of happiness despite positive or negative life changes. By regularly contemplating loss, we renew our appreciation for what we have, finding joy in the simple fact of existence. Number 4, the decision to embrace discomfort. Comfort, while pleasant, can be a subtle trap that hinders our growth and resilience. The Stoics recognized this and advocated for voluntarily embracing discomfort as a means of strengthening both body and mind. Musonius Rufus, often called the Roman Socrates, taught, "We should not avoid hardships, but rather seek them out, for the soul is strengthened by struggles and difficulties." By deciding to regularly step out of our comfort zones, we build resilience, expand our capabilities, and reduce our fear of discomfort. This could involve physical challenges like cold showers or fasting, or psychological challenges like public speaking, or confronting our fears. The modern Stoic practitioner and author William B. Irvine suggests incorporating voluntary discomfort into our routines. This might mean occasionally foregoing a meal, sleeping on the floor, or walking instead of driving. These small acts of self-denial serve as reminders of our ability to endure discomfort and help us appreciate our usual comforts more deeply. Moreover, by willingly facing discomfort, we prepare ourselves to handle life's inevitable challenges with greater equanimity. We learn that discomfort, while unpleasant, is not inherently harmful and often leads to growth. Number 5, the decision to practice mindfulness and self-reflection. While the term mindfulness is often associated with Buddhist meditation, the Stoics had their own practices of present moment awareness and self-reflection. Making the decision to incorporate these practices into our daily lives can lead to profound shifts in our perception and behavior. Marcus Aurelius begins each day by reminding himself of the challenges he might face and how to meet them with virtue. He wrote in his Meditations, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and sure. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own, not of the same blood or birth, but the same mind, and possessing a share of the divine." This practice of morning reflection sets the tone for the day, preparing us to face challenges with equanimity and compassion. Similarly, an evening review allows us to reflect on our actions, learning from our mistakes, and acknowledging our progress. Mindfulness in the Stoic sense involves maintaining awareness of our thoughts and judgments throughout the day. It's about catching ourselves when we react emotionally to external events and pausing to apply reason and choose our response consciously. By deciding to cultivate this awareness, we gain greater control over our thoughts and actions. We become less reactive and more responsive, able to navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Number 6, the decision to view obstacles as opportunities. The Stoics had a remarkable ability to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth and virtue. This perspective shift is encapsulated in the concept of amor fati, or love of fate, which involves not just accepting but embracing everything that happens to us, good or bad. Epictetus taught, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well." By deciding to view obstacles not as burdens but as chances to exercise our virtue and creativity, we transform our relationship with adversity. Instead of being demoralized by setbacks, we see them as tests that can strengthen our character and expand our capabilities. Consider the story of Zeno, the founder of Stoicism. After losing his fortune in a shipwreck, he encountered philosophy and went on to establish one of the most influential schools of thought in history. His misfortune became the catalyst for his life's greatest work. In our own lives, we can practice this principle by consciously looking for the opportunity in every challenge we face. Lost your job? It's a chance to reassess your career path and pursue more meaningful work. Facing a health crisis? It's an opportunity to reevaluate your priorities and appreciate the preciousness of life. This doesn't mean denying the pain or difficulty of challenging situations. Rather, it's about choosing to focus on what we can learn and how we can grow, even in the face of adversity. Number 7, the decision to cultivate emotional resilience. Contrary to popular misconception, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but rather about cultivating emotional resilience. The Stoics recognize that our emotions are largely driven by our judgments and beliefs about events, not by the events themselves. Epictetus famously said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." By deciding to examine and challenge our automatic reactions to events, we can develop greater emotional stability and resilience. This doesn't mean becoming cold or unfeeling. Instead, it's about developing a more balanced and reasoned emotional response to life's ups and downs. We learn to feel our emotions fully while not being overwhelmed or controlled by them. Practicing this involves several steps. 1. Recognize the emotion you're feeling. 2. Pause before reacting. 3. Examine the beliefs or judgments driving the emotion. 4. Question whether these beliefs are rational and aligned with your values. 5. Choose a response that reflects your principles rather than your initial emotional impulse. Over time, this practice can lead to greater emotional equanimity. We become less easily perturbed by external events and more able to maintain our inner peace regardless of circumstances. Number 8, the decision to cultivate gratitude. While not unique to Stoicism, the practice of gratitude was highly valued by Stoic philosophers as a means of finding contentment and joy in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to be grateful, writing, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive. to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. By deciding to actively cultivate gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This simple practice can have profound effects on our happiness and well-being. Modern research confirms what the Stoics intuited. Regular gratitude practice can lead to increased happiness, improved relationships, better sleep, and even stronger immune function. It's a powerful antidote to the hedonic treadmill and our tendency to take our blessings for granted. Incorporating gratitude into our lives can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on what we're thankful for. This might include our health, our relationships, our abilities, or even simple pleasures like a warm cup of coffee or a beautiful sunset. By choosing to focus on what we're grateful for, we align ourselves more closely with the Stoic ideal of finding joy in the present moment and in our own virtue, rather than in external circumstances. Number 9, the decision to embrace impermanence. The Stoics place great emphasis on remembering the transient nature of all things. This memento mori, or remembrance of death, was not meant to be morbid, but rather to inspire us to live fully and virtuously in the present. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time." By deciding to embrace the impermanence of life, we free ourselves from excessive attachment to material possessions, status, or even life itself. This doesn't mean we don't value these things, but rather that we hold them lightly, appreciating them fully while understanding that they are not permanent. This perspective can be liberating. When we truly internalize that everything in life is temporary, our possessions, our status, our relationships, even our own lives, we can more fully appreciate the present moment and focus on what truly matters, living virtuously and contributing positively to the world. Practicing this principle might involve regular contemplation of our own mortality, or simply reminding ourselves of the impermanence of our current situation, whether good or bad. This can help us maintain perspective, reduce anxiety about the future, and inspire us to make the most of our limited time. Number 10, the decision to contribute to the common good. Finally, the Stoics believe strongly in our duty to contribute to society and work for the common good. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." By deciding to view ourselves as part of a larger whole and to actively work for the benefit of others, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature and reason. This doesn't necessarily mean grand gestures or sacrificing our own well-being. Rather, it's about recognizing our interconnectedness with others and making choices that benefit both ourselves and the broader community. This could involve volunteering, being a good neighbor, or simply performing our work with integrity and dedication. Heracles, a Stoic philosopher, suggested visualizing ourselves at the center of a series of concentric circles. The innermost circle represents the self, the next our immediate family, then extended family, neighbors, fellow citizens, and ultimately all of humanity. He advised that we should work to draw the outer circles inward, treating those further from us with the same care and consideration we show to those closest to us. By making this decision to contribute to the common good, we give our lives greater meaning and purpose. We move beyond narrow self-interest to a more expansive view of our role in the world. This not only benefits others but also contributes to our own eudaimonia, or flourishing. Practicing this principle might involve looking for ways to help others in our daily lives, considering the broader impacts of our decisions, or choosing work and activities that contribute positively to society. How to integrate these decisions. These 10 Stoic decisions are not isolated choices, but interconnected principles that reinforce and support each other. By embracing them, we begin to reshape our perspective on life, our responses to challenges, and our understanding of what truly matters. It's important to note that adopting these principles is not a one-time decision, but an ongoing practice. As Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." It's through consistent application in our daily lives that we begin to internalize these Stoic principles and experience their transformative power. Let's consider how these decisions might play out in a practical scenario. Imagine you've just lost your job. This situation could easily lead to anxiety, self-doubt, and despair. But how might a person who has embraced these Stoic decisions respond? 1. Focus on what you can control. Instead of dwelling on the unfairness of the situation or worrying about factors beyond your influence, you concentrate on your job search efforts, skill development, and maintaining a positive attitude. 2. Cultivate virtue. You choose to respond to the setback with integrity, perhaps by offering to help transition your work to others or by refusing to speak ill of your former employer. 3. Practice negative visualization. You realize that you had previously contemplated the possibility of job loss, which helps you respond with more equanimity. You're also grateful for the resources and support you do have. 4. Embrace discomfort. You view the discomfort of unemployment as an opportunity for growth and resilience building. 5. Practice mindfulness. You stay aware of your thoughts and emotions throughout the process, catching and reframing negative self-talk. 6. View obstacles as opportunities. You see this job loss as a chance to reassess your career path and perhaps pursue work more aligned with your values. 7. Cultivate emotional resilience. While allowing yourself to feel the natural disappointment, you don't let it overwhelm you or define your self-worth. 8. Practice gratitude. You focus on what you're grateful for, perhaps the skills you developed in your previous job, the support of your family, or the opportunity for a fresh start. 9. Embrace impermanence. You remind yourself that this situation, like all things, is temporary. This too shall pass. 10. Contribute to the common good. Even while job hunting, you look for ways to volunteer or help others in your community. By applying these Stoic decisions, you transform a potentially devastating experience into an opportunity for growth, self-reflection, and even positive change. This is the power of Stoic philosophy. It provides a framework for navigating life's challenges with grace, wisdom, and resilience. The path forward. As we conclude our exploration of these 10 Stoic decisions, it's important to remember that Stoicism is not a set of rigid rules, but a flexible framework for living. It's about progress, not perfection. As Seneca wisely noted, we should not expect to be sages. It is enough to be progressing. Implementing these decisions in your life is a journey, not a destination. It requires patience, practice, and persistence. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt, but each challenge is an opportunity to apply these principles and grow stronger in your practice. Start small. Choose one or two of these decisions to focus on initially. Perhaps begin each day with a brief morning reflection, or practice reframing obstacles as opportunities. As you become more comfortable with these practices, gradually incorporate others. Remember, too, that Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or adopting a detached attitude towards life. Rather, it's about engaging fully with life while maintaining inner tranquility and staying true to our values. It's about finding joy in virtue and in our own growth, rather than in external circumstances. As you embark on this Stoic journey, you may find that your perspective on life begins to shift. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming become opportunities for growth. The constant chatter of desires and fears quiets, replaced by a sense of purpose and inner peace. You may find yourself less reactive to external events and more responsive to the calls of virtue and reason. This is not to say that life will become easy or free from pain. The Stoics were realists who acknowledged the hardships of life. But by adopting these Stoic decisions, you develop the resilience and wisdom to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. Moreover, as you progress on this path, you may find that your actions begin to positively influence those around you. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." By embodying these Stoic principles, you set an example for others, contributing to the common good in a profound way. Now let's return to the question we posed at the beginning of our exploration. What aspect of your life do you find most challenging to control? And how might adopting a Stoic perspective help you address this challenge? By applying these Stoic principles to your personal challenge, you may discover new ways of approaching it. Remember, the goal is not to eliminate all difficulties from your life, an impossible task, but to develop the wisdom and resilience to navigate life's challenges with grace and virtue. As you continue to reflect on this question and apply Stoic principles in your life, You may find that what once seemed an insurmountable obstacle becomes an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. This is the transformative power of Stoic philosophy. It provides us with tools not just to endure life's challenges, but to thrive in spite of them. End of this video, I think we've embarked on a journey through 10 life-changing Stoic decisions, exploring how this ancient philosophy can provide profound guidance for modern life. From focusing on what we can control to contributing to the common good, these principles offer a roadmap for living with greater purpose, resilience, and inner peace. Stoicism is not a philosophy of passive acceptance, but one of active engagement with life. It calls us to be our best selves, to face challenges with courage and wisdom, and to find joy not in external circumstances but in our own virtue and growth. As you move forward from this exploration, we encourage you to experiment with these Stoic principles in your own life. Start small, be patient with yourself, and remember that Stoicism is a practice, not a destination. Each day offers new opportunities to apply these principles and to grow in wisdom and virtue. Remember the words of Epictetus: don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Let your actions and responses to life's challenges be a living testament to the Stoic principles you've embraced. Thank you for joining us on this philosophical journey. We hope that these Stoic decisions will serve as guideposts on your path to a life of greater meaning, resilience, and tranquility. May you find, as so many have before, that the ancient wisdom of Stoicism holds profound relevance for our modern world. As we conclude, we invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How do you plan to incorporate these Stoic decisions into your life? What challenges do you anticipate, and how might you overcome them? Your insights may inspire and encourage others on their own Stoic journeys. Remember, this is just the beginning. Each day offers new opportunities to practice and grow in your understanding and application of Stoic principles. We look forward to continuing this exploration with you in future videos. Until next time, may you find strength in virtue, peace in wisdom, and joy in the journey of self-improvement. Fellow seekers of wisdom,